All right, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? We'll be getting started probably in the next couple of minutes. I'm going to keep this one short. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. So, if anything, go ahead and like this video if you can be able to hear me. And also write your name and where you're coming from so I know who specifically is on here as well. Please. What am I doing? I'm trading. Trading. Hello, Sally. What's going on, Junior? Today, I'm actually using my Mac, and I usually don't use this laptop. That's why I couldn't do session number one. But if anything, I was actually going to like do everything from scratch on my own, but I'll do it with you guys. Excuse me. I'll just do it with you guys so you can be able to see how to set up everything from scratch. Might as well do it with you guys on. Then before you guys get on. So if anything, I'll probably wait, I don't know, another like 2 minutes or something like that. So how's everybody? What's today? Tuesday. How's everybody's like couple days been this week? Something like that. Like I go to bed really late because like I'm constantly like studying something, and then from there I wake up in the morning to feed my daughter. And then I'm up nonstop all the way through. And then more studying. So either way. Probably wait another like minute. What's going on, Miguel? Hopefully everything's doing well with you. Who else is on here? And if you can be able to hear me, go ahead and like this video real quick. And yeah. I'm curious, who's into cryptocurrencies? How you doing, Mizzy? Who's into cryptocurrencies? I'm curious. I'd like to know. I want to know also. I also want to know, like the people where you work, are they talking about crypto? Like, is that a conversation that you guys are having? Because I was speaking to my lawyer today. She said that she's not into crypto. I'm like, really? What's going on, Gio? The fact that she's not into crypto is pretty interesting. You know, like it's so interesting the fact that, like, I guess in my world, like that's a topic of conversation, but in a lot of other people's worlds, it's literally not, and it's like, oh my god, you have no idea what you're like missing out on. It's like, okay, all right. So a little done with my rant. So what I'll do is we'll get this thing going. So how is everybody doing? There's a hurricane? Like I'm so lost in the world. Um, so how's everybody doing? Hold on, let me do this actually. And if in the future might be able to receive Bitcoin as payment. Yeah, we can receive that right now. So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Today is what is today? Today is October 9th, 2018. This is an exciting day. Literally what we're going to be doing right now is literally starting from scratch. Let's say that you have a MacBook computer and you want to figure out how you can be able to actually get 10 pips at a time very, very simply. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a very, very simple, um, I guess you can call it like a method or strategy that I came up with literally by mistake. Um, but by mistake, I multiplied my account by 6 in 3 hours doing this. So it was a pretty good a pretty good mistake. And I've been sharing this with a bunch of people, literally all over the world. I just came back from LA. There was a group of it was the smallest group that we had actually. It was 25 people there. Texas, there was about 30 people there. New York, there was about 50 people there. Atlanta, there was 300 people there, and then just came back from Australia a couple weeks ago, and there was a group of 60 out there, and we taught this information, and it's been helping out a lot of people. So, I figured I would be able to help you out as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all tell you what the name of it is. It's called the red blue cloud method, and you're going to see why I call it the red blue cloud method. Using this indicator called the Ichimoku, whatever it's called, Ichimoku Kinko Hyo cloud. Japanese uh, journalists created it years and years and years ago, and it's been able to actually help out a lot of people. So I'm going to show you this very simple system. Is this all I do? No, but this is just one method that I found to work about 90% of the time, which is pretty interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get this thing started. So just so you guys know, before I even continue, I do want to let you guys know what you can be able to get access to when it comes to my page. I want to let you guys know what my page is about, if anything. All right. So first of all, what I would definitely suggest you do is go ahead and subscribe, because I actually have a giveaway that I give away. It's literally a one-on-one coaching that I have, which is that one-on-one coaching is literally a portion of my You Are the Indicator 4-day course that I have. The next one's going to be October 18th. And the way that you can be able to win that one-on-one coaching is by going through, watching, liking, and commenting each of the videos. Now, it's literally not for me to do this, it's for you. So go through the intro to Forex, basic one, session one, session two, setting up your charts. But I think the most important part is definitely this part right here, session 3. Right here in this section, what I do is I literally tell you exactly how I got, for example, in this video right here, how I got 150 pips. Wouldn't you want to know how I got 150 pips? How I got 100 pips on this sell? How I got 40? How I see a potential 300, 400? How literally in 1 minute I got 100 pips? How I did that, and literally explain it in detail. So I'm literally incentivizing people for doing something that I would think that they were already doing for nothing. So I like to have fun with that. So the way that I pick a winner is by using a random comment picker, and that's how you win. So I'm excited to see who the next winners will be on November 1st of 2018. So let's get it. All right, so let's get this thing going. So this is how we start out. Let's say we have a complete blank slate when it comes to a MacBook computer. The first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you actually have an account open, right? So right now it says no connection because I don't use this computer, so there's literally nothing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like I'm making a random a random account, a demo account. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to where it says open account. And the broker that I personally use right now is called Hugo's Way. In my opinion, I think Hugo's Way is actually pretty good. All right. So Hugo's Way and then scan. All right. I mostly use Hugo's Way as well because I use Bitcoin pretty often. If you don't know about Hugo's Way, if anything, I go in minor detail about Hugo's Way in my in my videos online, right? In the intro to Forex portion. So as you can see here, what it says is demo, Hugo's Way demo. You want to make sure that this has like a green button right here, right? Go to Hugo's Way demo, and then from there click next, and then you see where it says new demo account. And I'm just going to click next. Let's say you already have an existing account. You would put in that login information. Just make sure if it's a live account, go to live account. Now, new demo, right? You could be able to put in whatever info. I would definitely suggest to put in like a number that, like as far as the deposit, a deposit that's like near close to the amount of money that you would be depositing if you had a real account. That's one. And also when it comes to your leverage, I would stick to anywhere from 1 to 200 or below. Right. So that's that. Make sure you have your right name and email and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But if you already have an account, then obviously put in your real account. Right. So now, what I would definitely suggest you do is you take a picture of the information that pops up if you are creating a brand new demo account, just so you can be able to practice with this, right? And then click where it says finish. Let's say you already have an account and you're logging in. The main goal is for that sound to pop up. I don't even know if you heard that sound, but also at the bottom right, you want to make sure that
incoming mail,
and you hear that, right? You want to make sure that that this connection status shows up like green, and sometimes it has like green and blue, right? And you want to see numbers right here to make sure that it's connected. You'll go to trade and you'll see your balance, and then account history, you'll see what happened in the past. All right, so that's that. Now, what you want to do is to go from pair to pair. The way that you do it is you click, hold, drag into the middle, and you see that box there, and then let go. Right now, in the beginning, it's going to look like this. Right. What we need to do is we need to add the indicator on. Right. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to where it says charts. And mind you, if I'm going too fast, you'll be able to just watch the recording. And we're going to put this on the session number 2. This is what I call session number 2. All right. Go to charts, and then from there, go to where it says template. If you already have my template, if you're a PC user, if you don't have my template, you can actually go into FxProNow.com if you're a PC user and be able to actually download the template so you don't have to create it. All right. But if you don't have my template, just go to where it says insert, go to indicators, go to trend, and go to Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Now that I think about it, what's the program that I'm actually using right now? For a MacBook computer, the program that I would use is called M Trading. Right, M Trading. Now, when it comes to M Trading, this is mostly for MacBook computers. Now, if you have a PC, the one that I used was Trader's Way, even though I don't use it as a broker anymore. But whatever works. Right. Anyways, so now when you have the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo already on your computer, it's gonna have like parameters. Never touch these numbers right here. This is actually over 20 years of research, probably even like 30 years of research. These numbers are here, so no need to touch that. And when it comes to the colors, there is a slight difference in the colors. Now, these colors are already set up correctly on my computer, so you just want to make sure the Tenkan-sen is red, the Kinjin-sen is blue, the Chico-span we don't even use, but the up Kumo is green and the down Kumo is red. All right, and you want to be able to see it on all time frames. All right, so then you click OK, and it's going to look like this. Now, being the fact that this is not really how my computer looks, it looks kind of like ugly in my opinion. So I'm just going to change the background. I'm going to go to Words Properties, and then from colors, I'm just going to change the background to a lighter color so I could be able to see everything a little better. Let's see if that works. Not at all. This is why I have a template to make things like just easy for me. That's ugly too. I may just keep the black because I have no idea what color I have on mine, honestly. That's not good. All right, I'm just gonna keep black. All right, this is okay. So now, if anything, let me see if I take off those that grid. None. Okay, that may look weird, but I don't need the grid when it comes to this stuff. All right, so now the next thing that excuse me, the next thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that both of these are clicked. All right. What this will do is show you what's going to happen in the future, and what this will do is kind of push the chart into where it is currently. So if I scroll, it goes automatically back. All right. So that's that. Right. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of scroll in a little bit, so I can be able to see this much of the chart. And then what I'll also do is I want to make sure that I have the bar candles. I mean, bar candles, candlesticks. All right. Dark gray for the background. I'm pretty sure it is dark gray, but I think this is fine the way it looks. All right. So I just want to check to see if I'm in a good placement. Oh, I need to scroll in a little bit more. Yeah. So this is probably how close you should be. All right. So you can be able to see everything. Yeah, this is okay. All right. So that's that. Now everything's set up, kind of nice. When it comes to my other laptop, it looks a little bit better. But if anything, we probably get this thing going. If you don't have all the pairs over here, the way that you can be able to do that is by two-finger click and or right-click on a PC and go to symbols. And then from symbols, you want to make sure that all the FX majors are selected. And then also, you want to make sure that you have a couple. You don't want to have any exotics because they just, I don't know. You could do exotics if you want to. I wouldn't be surprised it still works with that, but I just don't use it. For FX crosses, that is okay. These I'll do, right? Because these are a little bit more volatile. The spreads are not that crazy, and they seem to follow a little better than from what I've seen. All right. So now we have all the pairs and the crosses up. So now we're gonna get this thing going. So how does this work? The only times, so there's specific times that I do this, right? Preferably only in London session, right? But after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think is okay, right? So 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to the close of London session. So again, after 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think London opens. I have no idea what time London opens. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 2 p.m. I mean 2 a.m. All right. So from 10 p.m. all the way through to the end of London. Right. I'm sleeping at that point in time, but at the end of London. But that's why I do this about like 10 p.m. Eastern, and London will move the pairs where I need them to move either way. All right. Because by 10 p.m. the market's already moving in that direction, no matter what. So again, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time all the way through the end of London session, right? And what I'll do is I'll start out in the H4 time frame. Why? Because if I was to take this crosshair right here, and if I was to click at this candle where current market price is, and I push into the past, and I looked at, let's say, 80 candles in the past. Now, why am I looking at 80 candles? It's just a random number I'm picking. But also, this 80 candles times 4-hour candles, so 320 hours 4 times 80 is 320. 320 hours, that's about 13.33 days. So essentially, what that means is, okay, within the last 2 weeks, the market has pushed down and then pushed up, right? So essentially, it's mostly a downtrend, right? From what GU is showing right now. So I want to know, okay, what's been going on for the last 2 weeks? Then I'll go to the H1 time frame, and I'll look at, okay, what's been going on for the last, so 80 times 1 hours, so the last 3.33 days, right? And then I'll go down to the M15 time frame and see what that's been doing, and that will show me what's been going on today. All right. So as long as the H4 time frame is going to line up, showing the same exact thing that the H1 time frame, that the M15 time frame are showing, if they all line up together, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean, then I'll get into a buy or a sell. I'll set 10 pips, and then from there, I will go ahead and with no stop loss, and I'll just let that rock until it hits take profit. And about 90% of the time, from my personal experience plus the experience of other people that have been following this method with me, it's worked pretty well. And I've heard people going 17 for 17. If anything, somebody in the chat right now, go ahead and write down what your stats have been. I would love to be able to hear it. And at some point in time, somebody give me a testimony, because I know for sure if you guys are going 17 for 17 and it's been multiple people, you could be able to make a 30-second testimony. Hey, XY, my name is X, Y, and Z. I've done X, Y, and Z, and thank you. That's it. All right, 30 seconds and put it in the chat, please. All right, so H4. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for this red line right here, and I'm looking for this blue line right here, and I'm looking for where the cloud is. All right, 12 for 12. Look at that. All right, so those are the specific things I'm looking for, but I'm looking for them in specific orders. Right, so I'm going to look for a pair that is good, like this one right now, right? And I'm going to show you how this thing works. So what we're going to be looking for is not really back here. This doesn't matter. What matters most is where price currently is right now, right? This is what I'm looking for. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this red line right here, right where price is, right? So this red line right here to be under this blue line, to be, and for price and all these other lines right here, to be under the red cloud. If all of them line up like that, then this is telling me that this is a downtrend. And then also the cloud is telling me in the future it should continue being a downtrend. And then from there, what I'll do is I want to make sure the red line is under the blue line, under the red cloud, also on the H1. If it is, then I'll look at the M15. If that is, then I'll get into a sell and I'll set 10 pips. Okay, but being from experience, I see that there's a small pullback. So on the H1 or on the M15, it's not going to be good. But let's check it out. And as you can see, it's not good. Why? Because we see that the red line is above the blue line this time, and price is above the cloud. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the H1 to look exactly like the H4, which is obviously not what we see. Okay, so I'm going to move on. So what we see here for the H4, we see now that the red line is above the blue line and price is above a red cloud though. When it comes to the red line being above the blue line, we need price and all these lines to be above a green cloud, right? So why wouldn't I get in with price being above a red cloud? Because there's almost for sure going to be what we call a pullback, and it's going to be in the opposite direction of the buy that you want to get in, right? So let's continue. That is freaking crazy. All right, so now we're looking at UJ. What we see here is the fact that price is now under the red cloud, the green cloud. So obviously we're looking, if price is under a cloud, we would want a sell or a red cloud, and that's obviously not what we see here. So I'm not even going to go ahead and do anything with this because we see that price is under a green cloud, so that's not what we're looking for. So anytime that you look at the chart right away and you don't know what's happening, go ahead and skip it because most likely it's not good. If I'm not mistaken, I think Ichimoku Kinko Hio or something like that. Um, I just know that the nickname is called the One Look Cloud. I don't know if that means one look, maybe, but if you can't one look it and know exactly what it's doing, then if anything, it's probably not good. So this one is kind of tricky because I'm gonna actually just scroll in a little bit, and what you see is the fact that the red line is above the blue line and price is under a red cloud, right? But it's only very slightly. So remember, we're looking for the red line to be under the blue line and price to be under the red cloud. Over here, it's good, but over here, it's not. We see the red line goes over the blue line and price goes and price is under the red cloud. So that's not what we're looking for either. It's in a pullback, obviously. All right. So here, this one's good for a buy, but we have to check on the H1 and the M15. But on the H4, it's fine because what we see here is the red line is above the blue line and price is above a green cloud. So this is good, right? So now we'll go to the H1. And as obviously what you see here is the fact that it's not good because we're looking for, again, the red line to be over the blue line and price to be over a green cloud on the H4 and on the H1 and on the M15. But when we look at the H1, what do we see? We see the red line is under the blue line and price is under a red cloud. So obviously that's not good. And as you can see here, it's consolidating, and also currently it's doing some sort of a pullback, but it's still holding this level of support, sort of. All right, so let's continue. And let's look at the H4. And what we see here is the fact that the red line is above the blue line and price is under a very strong red cloud. So that's not what we're looking for. Most likely what will happen is price will pull up. I wouldn't be surprised up to around this area right here. Probably hit this portion of the cloud or this portion of the cloud right here and then drop. So what do we see here? We see the red line is under the blue line and price is under the red cloud. But what do you see? You see the fact that price is pulling up. So this is good. This follows our rule, but that's why we look at many time frames. We don't just get in, look at the H4 and get in. We got to make sure, okay, what about the H1? As you can see, obviously, it's pulling up. We see the red line is above the blue line and price is above a red cloud, and that's obviously not what we're looking for. Being the fact that the H1 already is not good, we see the red line is under the blue line over a green cloud. Obviously, it's not good because even if the H4 was good, it doesn't matter because the H1 is not. All right. So what do we see here? We see also the fact that the red line is above the blue line and price is literally in the red cloud. So this is obviously not good for many different standpoints. One being the red line is above the blue line and under a cloud. That's one. And then two, the fact that price is in the cloud. Anytime that price is in the cloud in any way, it's what we call a level consolidation, and we just won't touch that. The reason why this particular method works so well is because it's very, very specific. It either follows the rule or it doesn't, period. But I honestly believe that a 5-year-old could be able to follow this rule and stick by it. And if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. And that's why it works so well. So we see that price is literally in the red cloud. Right? Next. We see that price is literally getting out of the cloud B the way the red line is above the blue line. Right? We see that the red line is under the blue line, under the red cloud, which is good. So let's go to the H4. We see the red line is under the blue line, under the red cloud, which is good. Right? So being the fact that the H4 is good, we see that the H1 is good. Let's go ahead and look at the M15. And as you can see, it's flat, right? The reason why this works so well is because we're looking for price to follow a continuous motion, right? And if it's following it, great, you get in. If it doesn't follow our rule, then it's not good. What do we see here? We see the red line is above the blue line under the red cloud. Now the H4 is good. We see the red line is under the blue line under the red cloud. Good. H1, what do we see? The red line is under the blue line under the red cloud. Good. But M15, we see the red line is over the blue line under the red cloud. So not good for now, though. What do I see for now? Because the cloud literally tells you what's going to happen in the future, right? So what we see here is the fact that, okay, the cloud is starting to push down. So I wouldn't be surprised that the price is going to start pushing down at some point in time around here. It could. There's a stronger possibility that price will start to push down. And if it does, right, what I would do is I would just look back at this probably in the next 30 minutes. Why do I say 30 minutes? You see where it says time -2? That means 2 bars. Now, these bars are 15 minutes. So I'll look at this in 2 times 15-minute bars, 30 minutes. I'll look back at this and see, okay, is the red line under the blue line? If it is, get it in your first sell. Red line under the blue line on the H4, H1, and M15. If they all line up, then you'll get into your sell, 10 pips, and no stop loss, let it rock, and you'll wake up to profit 90% of the time. So let's look at the H4 time frame. What do we see? The red line is under the blue line under the red cloud. Good. What do we see? Price is in the cloud. Also, the red line is over the blue line. No good. Next. H1 is good, right? We see the red line is up over the blue line over a green cloud. Let's look at the H4 and make sure. This is good. Red line over the blue line over the green cloud. H1, red line over the blue line over the green cloud. M15. Red line over the blue line over the green cloud. Good. Now here's the thing. Anytime that you see that the red line is pointing down, it's not as good, but it follows our rule. Being the fact that it follows our rule, I'm forced to get in. So what do? You set a buy, you set 10 pips, and let it rock. Now, before you guys get into any sort of trades, what I would definitely encourage you guys to do is to watch my video dealing with risk management. Oh, man. I don't know. If you go to session number 2, and from session number 2, what you'll do is, what am I doing? Go to session number 2, and from session number 2, what the heck, bro? Where is it? Restore? Oh. Yeah, from session number 2, what I would definitely suggest is to watch the risk management video. And through that risk management video, it'll go ahead and explain to you the specifics when it comes to the risk management that I personally follow using this method. All right, next. GJ, what do we see? H4, and it's still in this level consolidation. As you can see, you can't see anything. At some point in time, this is going to drop. You do whatever you'd like, sir. Honestly, because when it comes to this, it's perfect. Anytime that I switch it up, I lose money. So what do we see? The red line is over the blue line, over the green cloud. Good. But here's the thing. You'll make money, and then you'll lose it, right? Anytime that you see that the red line and the blue line are very, very far apart, just know that a strong pullback will occur. A very, 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 very strong one. And I think the last time that we were on here, what's interesting is I told you guys, hey, listen, price is going to pull back. I forgot exactly when it was. It had to be on Thursday, obviously, but ooh, it's at 23.6. That'd be some stuff if this continues. I highly doubt it, but I just wouldn't even touch this at all. Even if it was good on all time frames, I just wouldn't touch it, being the fact that this is just too large. Right? I wouldn't risk that for just 10 pips. What do we see? The red line is over the blue line under a red cloud. This is not good because we see the red line is over the blue line under a red cloud. You see red line under the blue line, under the red cloud. I already know it's not good because you can be able to tell what happens on the higher time frames on the smaller time frame, right? So as you can see here, pull back, right? Continue, pull back. Red line over the blue line, over red cloud, not good. We see red line over the blue line, over a green cloud, good, but what do you see? Prices in the cloud right here, not good. See red line under a blue line, over a green cloud, that's not what we're looking for. At some point in time, this will price push up, but it's going to pull back a little bit more. What is this? CAD, yeah. Just got there. Let's see, actually. Oh, boom. Yeah, it still got some ways to go. This is a very strong bullish movement. Yeah, it's gonna push down hard. All right, next. When you see the red line is over the blue, under the blue line, this is just not good. All right, this is not good. We see red line over a blue line, under a red cloud, no good. We see red line over blue line, over a red cloud, no good. Even if it was over this green cloud, if you were to go to H1, as you can see, this doesn't follow our rule. We're looking for a buy for this one right here. What do we see? Red line over blue line over green cloud. Good, but see pullback. Red line over blue line over a green cloud. Good, not good over a red cloud. And red line under a blue line under a green cloud. No good. So just doing a pullback right now, but at some point in time, this would be good because it already did what it needed to do. It got to 38.2, right at 50%. At some point in time, this would be good for a sell, but just not right now. Price has some space, but I doubt it. So we just got into one. So again, you know, like if you guys are a part of our Telegram group, what I would encourage you guys to do, you know, whenever that you guys actually find a trade for yourself, what we do is we write in our chat saying hashtag RBC now, and you'll say the pair. All right. So what does that mean? Red, blue, cloud now, and you'll say the pair. You won't say buy or sell because the thing is, if you're wrong and you get somebody in this trade, I'll kick you out. But so that's just to keep it safe. What it is, you know, you'll just say RBC now, and then you'll say the pair, and that's it. Because now it's up to them to get into a buyer. So that's a little different. You know what I mean? So it protects yourself. So hopefully this helped you out as far as like me starting from literally scratch and getting in. So I really appreciate your time getting on here, guys. And I would love to get your testimonies in video fashion. I love it when you guys send me, hey, listen, I've made, you know, this much money, or I have gone, you know, 17 for 17, for example. But sending it to me is cool, but the point is to have other people see it. That's the point. Because the thing is, I know it works, but the point is to get this to the world. You know, there's a little more than 20 people on here right now, and that's great. But it's going to be fun when there's 20,000 people getting access to this method that slowly but surely could be able to actually help somebody be able to pay off, pay their cell phone this month. And then at some point in time, being able to pay off their car, then insurance and gas, then being able to, in one trade, be able to pay off their entire mortgage for that month. And then probably throughout a 1 year being able to actually pay off their entire mortgage to pay off their entire house. You and that's the point. Let's not keep this to ourselves. Let's do the best that we can to be able to spread this to as many people as we can, which is the point of why I'm on here. So I'd definitely encourage you guys to share your experiences and be able to help me help others share the fact that this works. Because you wouldn't be on here for the 50th time if it didn't work. If you haven't made money from it. So again, I greatly appreciate your time, guys. If you don't have access to my Telegram group, literally, I'm pretty sure you can be able to go to Now, what is Telegram? It's like a WhatsApp, but it's like a different app. It's just cool. Go to Telegram and type in FxProNow.com, right? And I know for sure it could be able to definitely help you out, because I'll be able to actually share with you what the upcoming events that I'll be doing. All right, guys. So I really appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Let's get it.